Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Mental Health Monday. Good morning. We are back. We are back for another topic, another discussion. We are back for another information, another education on how to maintain your mental wellness and how to produce mental wellness. If this is the first time that you are seeing my channel, my name is Krista. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I am a therapist. And in this channel, we are talking about everything that's related to mental health. However, this year, I am focused on certain things that you need to be intentional about so you can continue taking care of your mental health. I am creating mental wellness for you guys. I am giving you information to create mental wellness. Okay. If this is the first time you are seeing my channel, I am encouraging you for you to subscribe because this might be the last time you see me. So subscribe so you can stay tuned with us so we can continue with our conversation for today. And I'm also encouraging you to stay for the whole video because at the end of the video, I do give some tools, give a little bit techniques on how to implement those things in your life. So stay the whole video. I try not to make my video long so you guys can stay. So before we start with the topic that I have for today that I want to bring to you guys' attention, how to maintain your mental wellness, I want to ask you, what did you do last week to continue taking care of your mental health? What did you do? Because I always encouraging all of you guys to continue throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, to continue implementing certain things and be intentional about it to continue taking care of your mental health. What did you do? For me, what I did, I have been practicing what I mentioned last 2 weeks regarding physical activity. So I've been focused on creating physical activity for me throughout my days. Feels so good. Man, I try it. I really encouraging you guys. Try it. Put what I'm talking about in practice and see your life change. Okay? But today, what we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about nutrition today. And in this topic, I'm going to explain what nutrition is. I'm going to talk a little bit about what nutrition is not. And I'm going to make the connection on how it's supporting your mental health, how it's maintaining your mental wellness. And I'll give a few pointers on how to help you with nutrition. Disclaimer in this video, I am not a nutritionist. I am not a dietitian. I am not a registered dietitian. I am a licensed clinical social worker. I am a therapist, and I understand how nutrition make a big impact in our mental health. That is one of our basic. I normally tell my patient, as human beings, we have 4 different basic needs, and that's promoting our mental wellness. And nutrition, it's one of our basic needs. And I understand it, how important it is. So I know a bit of it just so I can do my job as a therapist. So if you are struggling with your nutrition, if you are struggling with your weight, different things like that, I do encourage you to go to your primary physician and request for a dietitian consult or a dietitian refer, just so you can learn a little bit more. But this discussion and this video is just the purpose of it. It is just for mental wellness. Okay, this is not going to be long either because I am not a nutritionist, but I know a little bit so I can do my job. So let's start. I want to talk about what nutrition is. I want to talk about what nutrition is not. I want to talk about how it's connected to mental health. And I also want to give you a pointer. So to start it, let's define what nutrition is. Nutrition, it's how your body receive and use food to function. Nutrition, again, I'll say it again. Nutrition is how your body receive and use food to function. Nutrition is energy production. Nutrition is brain health. Nutrition is hormone balance. Nutrition is vitamins. Nutrition is minerals. Nutrition is protein, carbs, fats. Nutrition is not just nourish your body, it's nourish your body, your brain, your gut, your life. Nutrition is fuels. Nutrition is energy. So you have to think about yourself like the car. And nutrition is the gas in a car. Okay? So nutrition is not calorie deficit. Nutrition is not calories. Nutrition is not counting calories. Nutrition is not starvation. Nutrition is not excessive dieting. Nutrition is not I decided not to eat a certain group of food. Nutrition is not perfect. Nutrition is not restricted. Nutrition is not weight loss. Nutrition is not obesity, body, whatever, all those things you guys talking about. Nutrition is not that. Nutrition is the way we fuel our body. Nutrition is the way that keep our body alive. That's what nutrition is. Okay? Now, how is nutrition impacting our mental health? Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen certain ways your body is? Like, have you ever seen how your mood change based on what you eat? Have you ever seen how your energy or fatigue level is based on what you eat? Have you ever seen certain things you eat, how it stress to your body? Or have you ever seen when you're stressed, there is certain type of craving? Or when you're sad, there's certain type of craving. Or when you're going through something, there's certain type of craving. Have you ever seen after eating, there's certain type of energy and there's certain type of happiness? It's because literally certain food that we eat, it's producing certain vitamins that in our body that our brain needs. There's certain food that brings certain mood regulation to our body. Like omega-3 in certain food literally creates serotonin in our body. There is certain food that's literally creating oxytocin. There is certain food that is creating dopamine. There is certain food that is creating endorphin in our body. There is certain food that is creating certain things in our brain. Now there is researcher that is making connection from our guts. They are calling our gut a second brain, because there's certain things we put in our guts, how it's producing to our mental health. So yes, certain food impacting your mood, certain food impacting your energy and your fatigue level, certain food impacting your stress level, certain food impacting your emotion. Now, like I said, I don't want this video to be long because I'm not in nutrition. When I'm talking to my patient about how to eat, I want you guys, because I don't know about you guys, but I do science, and I don't know if it's the scientist on me. I do science with my body. And I do encouraging you, when you eat certain things, pay attention. Pay attention to your mood. Pay attention to your stress level. Pay attention to your energy level. Pay attention. And when you are eating, the best way to eat your nutrition is to eat consistently and to eat balance. To balance, to eat consistent, and to eat your vitamin group. A simple way to eat in your plate is you need to making sure you have protein. You need to making sure you have carbs. You need to making sure you have fat. You need to making sure you have vegetable, for you to make sure you have all your vitamin, your minerals, things that your body needs to function. And there is different kind of food that produce all those things. Protein, we find them a lot in meat. Carbs, we find them, that's another thing. So there is a difference between healthy fat and unhealthy fat. Healthy carbs and unhealthy carbs. Now, it's up to you if you want to just focus on eating healthy fat. It's up to you to just focus on eating unhealthy carbs. And just like we said, the healthy part produce more vitamins to you, and the unhealthy part produce less vitamin to you. But it's not necessarily for me to say I'm just going to eat healthy carbs and I'm just going to eat healthy fat. You can balance it out. Some days you can eat unhealthy fat and some days you can eat healthy fat. You can balance it out. The goal is to balance it out, right? So in your plate needs to have protein, carbs, fat, and vegetables. Now, a simple way I teach my patient when I'm talking about nutrition is to help promoting their mental health. When they are looking at their plate, I say you can use your hand to measure your plate. You can use your hand. Simple ways. I know there's certain tools out there. I know there's app. I know there's food balance, food measure, if you want to be that black and nerdy. There is, technology has make it easier for you to count and then to making sure you are eating all your vitamins and your nutrition. But if you don't have none of that, you can use your hand. And a simple ways to use your hand is, so if I'm going to do a fist is my carb, without my arms, obviously. So a fist right here and my plate is my carb. If I'm going to eat healthy carbs, I find that in potatoes. I find that in sweet potatoes. I find that in grains. So, like a fist. If I'm going to eat protein, the measure, it's like your palm. I cut my fingers. My protein is like my palms. That's my protein. Okay? If I'm going to eat my veggies and my plates, it's my whole hands and my plates. Okay? So if you are imagining plates, okay? So imagine the plates. So the plate is going to look like a fist for the carbs, like a palm for the meat, and then like a hands for the vegetables. Now, can you guys guess which one for the fat? For the fat, it's a thumb. And I did not create that. If you literally Google it, you guys will see the measurement with the hands. I didn't create this. Okay? So fat is a term, either healthy or unhealthy. The measure, it's a term. Where do you get your healthy fat? You get your healthy fat from nuts, from avocados, from olive oils, from certain type of oils. Butters, I think. Yes, you get fat. Now, where do you get unhealthy fats? Still from oils. So now if you're going to fry a chicken, just a thumb. Can a thumb fry a chicken? Might not be. Okay? So that's how you can measure your meal if you're going to try to eat nutrition meal. Now, I normally give some of my patients this idea. Okay? I tell my patient, if earth doesn't make it, you need to know you have to minimize on it. If earth doesn't make it, it's not something that can create on earth or on the world, then you need to know you have to minimize it. What I mean by that is, earth doesn't make pizza, then I need to know I need to minimize that. Earth doesn't make burger, then I need to know I need to minimize that. Earth doesn't make cake, then I know I need to minimize that. Earth doesn't make candy, then I know I need to minimize that. Earth make fruit. You can eat as much fruit as you want. You will get the nutrition you need. And you can eat different type of fruit to get the different type of vitamins. Earth make animals. You can find animals on earth. You can eat as many meats and different meats as you want. They have great vitamin in those meats. Earth make vegetables. You can eat as much vegetables as you want. You will get all your vitamins that you need, different type of vegetables. So you can get different type of vitamins and minerals and proteins and carbs and healthy vegetables and stuff like that. But if you realize there's certain type of sugar earth don't make, you need to minimize that. There's certain things that it's human that make it. Then if you know human make it, then you know it's a processed meal, then you need to minimize those things. That doesn't mean you don't need to cut it or whatever, because I don't believe in that. It's not perfect. Life doesn't work that way. Sometimes I do need a cake. Sometimes I do need candy. Sometimes I do need something. But the goal for you to think about it is you need to minimize it, because that is human made. And when human making it, they have to make it taste good so you can want it again and again and again. Okay? This is what we're going to end our video today. Like I say, I am not a nutritionist. I am not going to go too much into it. I know enough in nutritionist to help my patient when I'm doing therapy or when I'm doing consult and it's just for the sole purpose of helping them of their mental wellness. So keep in mind, you are not just eating for your body, you're also eating for your brain, you're also eating for your mental wellness. Have a great Monday, you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.